Yeah, indeed. Those obviously special memories. Those. Any particular games over the last 2 or 3 years that just sort of stick in the mind? I mean, I perhaps suggest the Middlesex game here when we got those 5 wickets in the last session. All seems to be very, very prominent in all the players' minds. But just a couple of games, and that stay long in the memory with you.
Well, I think in the first game in Division 1, it was a tough game against Lancashire down here. And see one of our youngest members put his hand up and save that game for us and create a belief within the team that, you know what, we actually belong in this game, in this division, and we can compete in it. And then to go to Somerset and win down there, again, cemented that feeling. And we had a tough game against Middlesex at Lords, but again, we fought our way through it. And I think they went a long way to cementing the belief that actually, we can do this. Mm. And you could hear them talking in here that, we can win this thing. Mm. And it was just like, when it was our job as a coaching group to give them the confidence to actually go chase that belief and chase that dream. And they did, they chased it down beautifully. And a couple of games really, there's the Middlesex one that you've just spoken about, where, right to the last over. I think it's the only time I've really jumped up and down, but that was so exciting, man. Yeah. Then you could see the almost relief on everybody's face on the balcony. It was a real nail bite. It was a great game of cricket. And then obviously the Hampshire game. Now I know things were just about done and dusted and that, but we had a few ill people that game, and like the first 2 days were a real slog for us. And to get bowled out for 76 and fight his way back into the game. Do you know what? On the evening of the second day, I could hear them talking. We're all saying, "Get 150 lead here. Get 150, we'll win this." Well, go on then, go do it. And they did. Yeah. And it was just that was a massive part of the belief that these guys have grown within these, this changing room, and the belief they had in themselves as individuals, and the belief they had in themselves as a group, as a team. And it wasn't an arrogance in any way. It was just a confidence coming out that, what, we can do this, and to do it from those positions just shows what a great thing this team's got going for them.
I know, talking to you before last season, there were no doubts in your mind that Essex fully merited their place in Division 1 and would not only be in there just to try and consolidate, but would be in there to win it. All right, you qualified it. We can't guarantee we're going to win it, but we're not in it just to make up the numbers. We're going to have a good go at it. Was that one of the hardest things perhaps you had to convey to the players, that self-belief that you had in the players, but actually to them, who a number of these players had spent a long time in Div 2, hadn't they?
They had, yeah, they had. We shift the focus really, didn't we? We did it the hard way. We had to win Division 2 to get promotion to start with, so we took a lot of confidence from that. But then we said we want to make our presence felt. So we stripped away you've got to win this or you've got to win that. It's just, no, we'll make us presence felt. So if we do that, we'll be winning games anyway. And every game we'll go out to try and win it, regardless of who you're playing against, what it is. It's just every day is the same. So we tried to build that into the players so it was just normal for them. Because again, when things are going well, it's easy. When they're not, obviously you need something to fall back on. And I just think that routine, day in, day out, this is just what we do. Yeah. They draw confidence from that. And what they did do, we became really good at it. Yeah. The basic plans we put in place, we became really good at. They believed them, they bought into them, they made them happen. And even when times, we had tough times out there, in the Championship and the one-day stuff, but it remained very calm in here and very objective. We talked about being a solutions-based team, so we constantly look for solutions to put things right rather than dwell on a problem. Well, this is a challenge we've got in front of us. How are we going to put it right? And you share ideas, and ultimately we have the skills in here and the determination to go do it out there. Yeah. And like I said, it's difficult to stop. Once a team gets on a roll, it's very, very difficult to stop, and we saw that with the Championship.
Yeah. Life moves on, you're moving on, Essex have got to move on, they've got to obviously the next year and the years ahead. Will you have any input in your replacement here?
Well, that's left to be seen, isn't it? I don't want to give too much away as usual. Nothing's changed in that respect. Listen, I will give my ideas, but ultimately it'll be up to the club to keep driving this forward. The one thing that I am happy about is I'm leaving when the club are in a great position. I've got every confidence in the players we've got here and the people that work at the club that they can keep driving this forward, because there's some great people here. And as I've said to you before, I've seen some really good things here and met some really nice people, and I think the determination, the drive is still here. So once that's appointed, I've got every confidence this club will keep moving forward.
Yeah, he's going to have big boots to fill, isn't he?
Well, I'm sure we'll do.
He is.